Hey guys, how's it going? Octopus here, welcome back to Unicross. Sorry this video is so late. I was sick. I tried my best to actually record these videos, but every time I did, my voice was cracked until nighttime, and then it was too late to make those videos. So hopefully this gets through you guys today, and I can make it through this whole one without sounding really bad. So sorry this is so late. I do apologize, but it's my health. I'm pretty sure you guys understand, and if you don't, that's okay too. What can I say? What am I gonna do? Oh no. Anyways, guys, we're gonna talk about the new medal that just came out, the Fiend. I've seen a lot of comments on my Discord talking about where this come from, where is it from. From what I know, I barely remember myself as well too. If I'm not mistaken, it's from Riku's fight in Dream Drop Distance when the Chernobog sends out fiends. These are what these guys are. Pretty much we all thought they were phantoms, but yeah. At least that's what it is. It's weird that they call this medal Fiend when there's clearly two of them there, but again, I don't remember too well, but I think it's from Dream Drop Distance, Riku's fight against Chernobog. Could be wrong, but that's what I've been hearing. So besides that, you guys are not here to find out, that little bit of information. You're here to see if like we should pull or skip this banner. This is straight up a Lux farming medal. It can be used for the rest of the content, but it's specifically going to be the most beneficial for Lux farming. And as you guys can see, you get attack boost 9 max and Lux plus along with this. So it's already screaming. I'm gonna explain why it's a Lux medal and why it's not really a PvE medal. But quickly, for those of you who don't know, I did pull 3 times on the Elsa banner on my free-to-play account. I got myself 3 copies. Let me just switch over and I'll show you guys right now. I do highly recommend you guys pull for Elsa if you have the ability to. Having 3 copies of Elsa is disgusting, really powerful, and this makes a very good PvE medal because of the 2 turns on the normal activation and 2 turns on the supernova. So 4,500 over 2 turns is very powerful. So that's just a heads up. I'm going to be showing you guys my pull video, my traits for that, and also I'm going to be doing a damage comparison to compare to other medals and setups. This thing is disgusting. It's really good. So if you guys have it, I would if you have the jewels, I would at least pick up 1. If you can pick up 2, perfect. You don't have to go as far as me as 3, but I feel like with the 3 of them, my magic setup is done for a very long time. At least I hope so. Depends on the power creep. But back to the whole Fiend medal and the Terra-Xehanort medal coming back. So Fiend medal, what does it do exactly? This is pretty straightforward. If you guys look at any medal currently in the meta, like Elsa, Supernova, plus medals, any medal that's come out with a strength multiplier increase, so power, speed, magic, reverse, upright, or medals, and it says increases by so on. Like right over here, it's Supernova says reverse medal strength by 7,500. So that seems really good, but that's only for 2 attacks. With that being said, you want to see that on every medal that you have in your Keyblade setup, but for the whole entire turn, or 2 turns or more, the better. So this medal, right off the bat, it's got a strength multiplier of 52,000. That is crazy. That is 10,000 more than the new Sephiroth we just got. And it's like the whole comparison of Baymax and Pirate Sora. That strength is crazy good. And then its damage multiplier, though, is only at 67.20. And you also have to have it where it's 1 enemy. If it's multiple enemies, you have a 4.20. Medal does nothing. But if it's 1 enemy, 52,000 strength with 67 multiplier is a lot of damage. But currently we have multipliers up to 80, and our medals can hit pretty much around this amount. We have medals like 49, like Sephiroth. We have medals at 46, 45. So we're not that far off in strength, but the more strength, the better. But this isn't going to last as long as compared to other PvE medals, but still really good. Now, it costs 6 gauges, which throws me off because it doesn't really throw me off, but it's a Lux medal, but you can't put an attack boost max and SP gauge 0 on it. You have to use 6 gauges. It has to be 6 gauges because you're going to put attack boost max, Lux plus on it because it's a farming medal. So let me explain that a little bit more. So it targets 1 enemy, it's not AoE, and in order to do damage, the enemy has to be by itself. So even during a raid boss, it's not really what it's meant for. I'll show you guys what it is meant for. Now, its Supernova is a single attack, 2 attacks for itself in the next medal. It gives you reverse medal strength by 7,500, which is really good, but it's only for itself. It's like Syx, the one I pulled for before. He does the same thing for himself only, though. Gauges +6, so at least it gives you the gauges back when you use a supernova, but it is fixed damage. So what does that mean? No matter what you do, it is going to be a fixed amount of damage. Right now the base damage is 13,000 damage. It's not going to be enough to kill small enemies in story mode or even do any damage in PvE. And this is where the metal really lacks, is that its special attack has no increased metal strength, reverse or upright, and its supernova is only meant for itself and the next metal. So when supernova activates, it counts for the supernova activation and then the cast of the metal itself, and that's it. So with that being said, it is pretty much meant to be well, this also shows that Cena kind of like acknowledges the quest farming, and they have done that before. In the little Lux farming guide they made, they talked about Proud Mode quest 875 or 845. So 845, you've got this guy over here. We're gonna go in here, and pretty much what you want to do is kill this in one shot. So this is like my little bit of rating setup. It's not really, it's just me testing this out a little bit. So when you come in here, this guy has 413 health. That is nothing, but 13,000 multiplier on the supernova guarantees that you can activate your supernova for 7,500 damage. In this case, I use stuff like Chain of Memory Sora because it reflects it. So now I got a boost of 4,500 for upright, and then I just auto battle, and it gives me everything I need here. This is a very cheesy setup of it, but you can see that we're not killing him, and I got to give myself a 4,500. So with that kill, I got 9,500 boost, giving me about 371 million. This is not a proper setup. People get like 3 billion per run on this with a proper setup. I just want to quickly show you the idea here. So what that Fiend Metal is, when you come in here, you can activate its supernova to give 7,500 reverse strength, and then activate him, and the enemy won't die from the supernova, letting you get all of that Lux plus in there and everything from the activation of the metal afterwards. So let's say Lux Sword was that metal. When you get to this part over here, after you get past this part and you're on the new Fiend Metal, you'd activate supernova and then activate the Fiend Metal, and boom, you kill it in one shot. Because the Fiend Metal also only has one hit. It doesn't have multiple hits. It has one big hit, which is really important for getting the most Lux possible, because all your damage is in that one and it's not split apart. It's like the high score challenges. If you kill an enemy with 3 hits but only the first hit killed it, the other 2 don't count, so you don't get as much. So target single 1-hit damage, a supernova that doesn't kill the enemy or inflict any damage really. This is the metal that's used specifically for that, because the more strength you have, the more Lux you get out of that. So for this metal, if you're going to use them for this mode, you want to give them all plus 1,000. There's no extra attack needed. It's just all plus 1,000. The more strength you have on that metal, the more Lux you'll get. So that's pretty much what the Fiend is for. And now for the next thing. So if you should pull for 30,000 jewels, you must really care about farming. You do get 5,000 jewels every 50 levels after level 300. So 300 to 350 is 5,000 jewels. 450, 500, 550, 600, so on and so on, all the way from 300 up, all the way till late 800. I think we have level 800, a little bit past that. So you do get jewels, and you do get big bonus upgrades to your character as well too. Under the passives, you know what I mean? You get more and more stuff for having your character a higher level. So Lux farming is important, but is it worth your 30,000 jewels? I would say no. You can be perfectly fine with the Lux plus setup and raiding every day on the 1-hour bonuses when your party hits their Lux boost button. This is just for that off farming on that one quest over there, or other quests. There's other quests as well too, not just that Proud Mode quest, but because he's a power, that enemy's a speed, it works out really nicely. So you do have all that going on in this one metal. So that's Lux farming, and you do get attack boost 9 max Lux plus. Again, even more on top of it, but honestly, I don't know how effective this metal would be in a Lux farming setup. It would. No, don't get me wrong. It would. It definitely would. You know what I mean? But then you have to go for raid damage over plus 1,000. He just does really good, I think, in that quest over there. So that's all up to you guys what you want to do. Again, I'm not the best Lux farmer, so if I said anything wrong about Lux farming and this metal, let me know down below. But that's pretty much what I see from how the community Lux farms. This metal is mostly just for Lux farming. Not PvE content, because PvE content, you want metals like Elsa, who increase all that metal strength for the entire Keyblade, not just itself. Now, that being said, Lux Farmers, that's up to you guys. Enjoy. For the returning banner of Kingdom Hearts 3 Terra-Xehanort here, both of these banners, the draw odds, there is no special other medals in there. No other Supernova Plus medals. It's just them. You pull them, you're going to get a bunch of random Kingdom Hearts 3 medals, but nothing new and nothing exciting. You're just pulling for them. So 30,000 jewels for a Lux Farmer, or down here 15,000 for Terra-Xehanort, or back to Elsa, like I said. So, now, I've talked about Terra-Xehanort before. The thing I don't like about him, and I do like him, like let's just talk about his medal really quickly. What I do like about him is that, again, he hits everything for PvE content. He's got a 39,000 strength, 82 multiplier. That is huge. I think he has one of the strongest multipliers for this kind of medal. Not as much Sephiroth. Sephiroth has 42,000, but he's got a higher multiplier of 82.41. He only costs 2 gauges. He gives you reverse metal strength by 2,000 for each cast you do. So if you have extra attack, that's 4,000 reverse metal strength. And we don't have a lot of medals that give reverse metal strength for the entire Keyblade and stuff like that. So he's really good for that. And then he does add buffs and debuffs, which is really nice. And then Supernova also adds the reverse metal strength by 5,000 for 1 turn. And it gives you all these buffs and debuffs, so on and so on. So he is still a very solid, really good medal. It's just I've never been a fan. And this is my main account. Main account's been here for, I've been playing this game how long now? 1,330 days. So anyways, reverse speed has never been too much of my go-to. There was an era where Xion was really good, final boss Xion, this axe over here, because high score challenges were a little bit different back then. But if you guys look at my reverse speed medals, I was never really the one to go against reverse speed medals besides that. Like Luxord doesn't really count because he's a copy medal, so he's any medal in the game. Marluxia came up after he came out. I didn't pull for him. Zigbar was also a lucky pull recently, and Phantom is a copy medal. So when you really look at my verse medals, besides Invisible, which was before the game used to give high score challenge medals, this guy came from a high score challenge, I didn't really care about reverse. And I've been playing the game for 1,330 days, and I've passed all the content pretty much except for like maybe 5%. Besides that, I passed the entire content with just every other attribute besides reverse speed. And that's because I'm not saying reverse speed is bad. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not saying reverse speed is bad. You can go with the missing ache setup and be perfectly fine. You know what I mean? See, I don't even have a proper reverse speed setup anyways. So don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? It could work out. Mine's never been worked on for a very long time. But missing ache, of course, the metal would work really well on there. You can use the Terra-Xehanort on the pet slot on any Keyblade, Dark not included, because it buffs reverse metal strength, not speed, reverse metal strength. So it's very strong because of that, and you can put him on the end, and you have to put him on the end or the 5th slot in order for him to do the maximum amount of damage. Now his smaller multiplier is only a 75, and his bigger one's 82. 75 is solid. You know what I mean? Nominee or Elsa is like 78, I believe, 78 or 76. So no, it's like 78. So saying 75 is bad is not really that big of a deal, but you want its full power 82. It's this slot or the last slot, and the last slot on any reverse setup is going to help you out. Now, but if you want him on those setups or any setup period, you're looking at Sleeping Lion. Sleeping Lion, this slot over here, you don't get that full multiplier 82, but he can still work. But the rest of the setup is all upright, so you're not really getting much out of him there because he's only going to benefit himself and the next medals. Yeah, you can use Lee to copy him forward. Still, you still have upright slots over here. Sure, you can put another Lee over here and a backwards copy medal if it comes out, and so on and so on. But you're kind of really pushing the Keyblade around, and copy medals don't have as much strength as newer medals, so you got to keep that in consideration. Too many copy medals isn't always a good idea. It does work, but it's not always the best setup. That's going to keep you for longer. Then you got Keyblades like Divine Rose. It does work, but Divine Rose doesn't work as well as the Mono Keyblades. Lady Luck works well because he's on the 5th slot, so he can sit over here. But the whole point is that besides that, reverse speed has not really been needed. Luxord was definitely worth it because he could be anything. But besides that, you would really have to work on your missing ache, and that means more reverse speed medals, and I'm not really a fan of that. But having one copy of him, go in the Dark Gnaw, put him on the pet slot right over here, and you're laughing. But me personally, I have Luxord, copy backwards, copy my Psyx, and I have all the power I need. Or I can just have a new reverse medal, period, that comes out that can be anything else as well. I can copy forward my friend units. I've got like Sephiroth medals. I've always been a fan of like the power not even the magic. I've always gone reverse power, but that's just me personally. So a little heads up is that, yeah, he's a very good metal. Just make sure you have a place for him in order for him to work. And he works in plenty of places as long as he's in your pet slot. But if your pet slot's currently occupied by something else that's already giving equal damage or a little bit less, then that's totally fine. You don't have to replace it. I'm not going to go work on the Missing Egg. I'm okay with that. I've been playing 1,330 days, and I haven't needed a solid reverse speed metal. And if you miss one quest because of that, you might miss out on like maybe 500 jewels, maybe 1,000. You know what I mean? But 15,000 long term, how long term is it? It's one of those kind of things. So focus on your keyblades that you want to work on and what you need. And once you're passing content, just carry on. So it's up to you guys. Not a bad metal at all. Very good metal. It's if you guys want to go for it. 5 mercy pull, 15,000 jewels. Very solid. Very solid. There's no bad skipper pull here. It's just I want to show you where he belongs, what he does, and that's up to your setup if you want to go for it. I just want to give you a little back history on my reverse speed metals. Yeah. So that's up to you guys. But that's everything. I'm getting very, like, my throat's closing up, so I'm going to end this video here, guys. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit the like button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later once my nose is unclogged.